Givenchy L'Interdit Rouge, a seductive fragrance for daytime, coming up. Hello YouTube, hello dear Fragmatics, welcome to another video. Today we take a look at L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy, an amber floral fragrance for women launched in 2021. L'Interdit Rouge was created by Dominique Ropion and Flipo and Fanny Bal. L'Interdit Rouge is a flanker of the original L'Interdit, Eau de Parfum, but in my opinion it's closer to another flanker brother, L'Interdit Intense Eau de Parfum. L'Interdit Rouge has a lot in common with the original, don't get me wrong, but feels more related to the Intense version of this perfume. L'Interdit Rouge feels more syrupy, more light, bright and fresh. Let's start with the presentation. Normally, when you buy this fragrance, you get a red box that looks like this, but I have the fancy presentation, fancy box set presentation, and it looks amazing. This is the box. As you can see, it's quite beautiful. This is the front of the box. This is the back. This is the top. And this is the bottom. The box has a texture to it, feels like some kind of material, I cannot describe it. And one thing I appreciate is that the flowers are quite realistic. They are from a different texture than the box, they are glossy and you can almost feel the petals. There are some embossed areas where the flowers are printed and you can feel the texture of the petals of the flowers. To get to the content of the box, you just take off the cover and this is what you get inside. So starting from the left side, you get the body milk. On the middle, you get the beautiful dark cherry bottle. And on the right side, you get a travel size bottle. It's a 12.5 milliliter. One thing I want to point out, and I don't know if you had the same expectation like I had, I wasn't expecting the color of the fragrance to be yellow. I don't know for which reason. I was expecting the color of the juice to be either transparent, fully transparent, or red, but no, it's yellow. One advice here, do not throw the box away after you get the content, because it's a beautiful, heavy duty and big box which you can use to store jewelries, watches, or if you want, underwear, bras, anything you want inside. Let's visit Fragmaticus now. The main accords are warm spicy, white floral, woody, tuberose, citrus, patchouli, earthy, powdery and animalic. And the official notes are, on the top you have ginger and blood orange, on the middle you have tuberose, jasmine and pimento leaf, and on the base you have sandalwood, patchouli and vetiver. Before we dive in, I need to prepare myself. And I need some iced coffee, because things will heat up pretty fast. So, L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy. How it smells? It's a seductive fragrance that doesn't hide her purpose. It wants to be clear with the intentions. It's for a lady feeling sexy and ready to be complimented. It's a sensual and sexy perfume for date night that will make your blood run fast. L'Interdit Rouge is considered by many the best flanker from the line, and depends on the purpose you want to use this fragrance. I can say this statement is valid. It's a compliment magnet for sure, because it feels unique and out of order. It's well blended and rounded and feels more than a designer fragrance, but in the same time it's mass appealing. It's warm, spicy, sweet, syrupy. It's an ideal fragrance for flirting and making people remember your sexy and seductive presence. And now let's analyze the evolution of the scent profile. Good opening, the alcohol is there for the first 2 seconds and after everything opens up. You will get hit with a highly concentrated syrup that shows up all the top notes in a synthetic form. And the tuberose from the middle, it's quite noticeable. After that, you will get hit with a strong dark cherry smell out of nowhere because there is no cherry in this fragrance. And I think this is the mix between the blood orange and the pimento leaves, which surges as a dark cherry note. Now, what you get a thick, spicy, syrupy, sweet cocktail with honey and dark cherry. After that unexpected dark cherry note, although it feels natural to have it because of the color of the bottle, still there is no cherry inside, the fragrance goes back to the original and official top notes, ginger and blood orange, with the dark cherry note stepping out in the background. You will revisit the opening notes, but this time in a more natural feeling way. There is nothing synthetic anymore. You will get, for the last time, a mellow ginger, a syrupy and thick blood orange, and a well-rounded floral honey smell that comes from the tuberose. The spices are building tension in the background, and you will start to feel that something is about to explode, and it will. Ladies, madame, the opening is amazing. It will completely seduce you and make you obey to the fragrance. You'll be kidnapped and in love with the opening. You can't resist it. You'll be the hostage. You'll be impressed by the sweetness and the spices. When you get to the middle of the fragrance, a bomb will be dropped, like literally. The opening is sweet, juicy and syrupy, but as soon as you step into the heart of the fragrance, your heart will start to pump hard. All of a sudden, the sweetness reduces by 50% and the spices amp up by 200%. It's like an army of spices hitting your nose with the ginger as the leader. You are not prepared for what's coming up. A sharp ginger with pimento leaves will conquer your olfactive sense, and it will feel like a heat wave of fire coming from your nose and your brain going through your body. It will be astringent and sharp. Your sinuses will react and your body will start heating up. It's like the sensation you get when you meet someone you like, or someone sexy, or you are around your crush. It's like the sexual tension you build for someone you like very, very much. You get all this heat, but in the same time you get a juicy and syrupy blood orange with dark cherry and a floral honey smell. The tuberose and the jasmine are starting to be more noticeable, and you get a creamy, powdery floral honey smell. As the fragrance develops, the pimento leaves will play many roles and it will trick you into detecting random spices and the chords. As I said, the dark cherry note is created between the pimento leaves and the blood orange. The pimento will expand the fragrance and add to the mix cinnamon, cloves and a slight touch of pepper. In the second half of the heart, the spiciness will calm down and you will get a sexy scent profile, seductive, provocative and addictive. Up front you will get a spicy mix with ginger, cinnamon and cloves. You will get a sweet juice with blood orange and dark cherry, and you will get a sensual, feminine and gentle touch from the jasmine and tuberose. When you get to the dry down, some of you, sadly, will start to hate this fragrance because the patchouli will start to shine. I personally like patchouli, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. So the patchouli will arrive and the fragrance will get a medicinal and herbal vibe. The heat will tone down and it will shift into a more green and earthy fragrance. The ginger will be replaced by a cinnamon and cloves combo. The fruity smell will be faint and overwhelmed by the sweet mix between the jasmine and the tuberose. Over the powdery and creamy smell from the florals, you will start to detect another kind of creaminess, the one from the sandalwood. The woody notes from the patchouli will transition into the woody notes from the sandalwood. After a while, the sandalwood will completely take over the patchouli and dominate the base of the fragrance. You will be left on the top with a spicy and sweet powdery floral smell, And on the base, the Sandalwood with a slight green touch from the Patchouli. The fragrance feels mature and continues to be seductive, but in a more relaxed way. The tension goes away. To resume all the things I just said, L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy, it's a provocative fragrance with a catchy opening and an overall sexy scent profile. It has a moderate evolving scent profile with all the notes and the chords being well blended. Although sometimes it can feel a little bit aggressive, it's like the foreplay between a woman and a man, a mix between aggression and love. Compared to the original L'Interdit, L'Interdit Rouge feels younger and better blended, but in the same time darker and extra spicy. Compared to the intense version, let's say that one, it's the beautiful lady flirting gently with you, while this one, the Rouge version, is the same lady with a red dress and high heels, making obvious she is the predator. The warm spices make my blood rush. It's like that feeling I get when I'm close to a beautiful, sexy and irresistible woman. It's that heat coming from the interior. Ladies, I think is the same for a woman. So, what will happen? It's a domino reaction leading to, let's hope, pleasure. But be aware, marks from bites can occur. Okay, dear lady watching this review, the long story short is, if we go on a date and you are wearing L'Interdit Rouge, let's say the heat will make things escalate quickly. L'Interdit Rouge, it's an ideal daytime, bedtime, car time, hotel time, your place time, my place time fragrance. When I smell L'Interdit Rouge, I see a beautiful, elegant and sexy woman flirting with me, or at least playing with my mind to see how much time I can resist to her charms. It's a seductive and provocative fragrance, strong but feminine. And now let's see who can wear this fragrance. This is a 100% women fragrance, and I personally don't see how a man can pull this up, except if you, the lady, will ask him to wear it for you. Let's discuss the performance. The performance is less than the intense version, but still you can get around 6 hours longevity on the skin, depending on the skin type and of course depending on the conditions and how much you apply. But on the clothes you can get around 7 hours or even better, well, at least 7 hours on the clothes. Now the sillage is not a beast mode, but let's not forget the purpose of this fragrance. When you go on a date wearing this fragrance, you don't want to go home with all the men you'll met that night. You just want to go home with the chosen one, with the one you like, and you want him to go crazy after you and to be in love with your hot and sexy presence. The projection, it's not a beast mode either, but still you can get average projection for the first 2 hours, and it will be enough for people to turn their head around after your sexy ass. Seasons and time of the day, this is ideal for cold fall and winter nights, and I don't think it's okay to waste this for everyday use. Ladies, I think you should use L'Interdit Rouge as a seduction weapon for special occasions when you want to impress and be remembered. Dress code, this is obvious, this is a high heel and dress fragrance. But you can wear whatever makes you feel sexy and irresistible, whatever makes you feel a beautiful, strong, a powerful, a sexy woman. Occasions, this is a date time, party time, clubbing time, cuddling time, love-making fragrance. I think it's more formal than casual, and it's not office safe in my opinion, except if you are doing it in purpose and you know people will like this scent profile. Ladies, one request please, don't make this an everyday fragrance. Make it a secret weapon. When it comes to age, 25 years and plus. And now the big question, to buy or not to buy? Is L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy a safe blind buy? To that I will answer no. this is not a safe blind buy. The spiciness is quite powerful and it can irritate your skin, nose and your eyes. It's smooth and well done in a niche way, but still it's quite powerful. If you are sensible to patchouli and especially ginger, I say be careful. The smell can irritate your senses and especially your eyes and your nose. It's a hot perfume for hot moments or at least warm feelings. In my opinion, I found that the intense version is the closest to the Rouge version. The intense version has a sesame note, which this one doesn't have it, so depending on your taste you can like one or the other or both. I recommend testing both before you decide which one fits your needs. I don't recommend to buy both versions, except if you want to add them to your collection or if you are a hardcore fan of the line. If you are into spicy, sexy, provocative fragrances, this one will hit your soft spot. This is not an expensive fragrance, but it's not a cheap fragrance either. So what I can advise you is to be careful and to pay attention when you decide to buy it. If you can, look around, and if you find it in this presentation with the box set, buy this instead of the simple red box. Why? Because most of the time the red box goes for the same price, the box set, the beautiful box set goes either. So if you have to choose between the simple red box and this amazing looking box with all the extra inside, I think it's a good deal, and I think the price you pay for the box set, it's an amazing deal. And that's all for today, dear Fragmatics. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have some feedback to share, please do so in the comments. I want to take a moment to say a big special thank you to all my current subscribers, the Fragmatics family. If you are new here and if it's your first time and you stayed until the end of this video, it means that I'm doing something good, something you like, something useful for you. So I will invite you to subscribe to join the family. To all of you, a big thank you for watching my videos, for all the feedback and for all your support. That's all for today. Until next time, stay safe, take care. Bye.